Laura here for MTV News. Beside me, the cast of Mortal Instruments. How are you guys?
Very good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Very well.
Thanks for joining us here at MTV. First of all, I know everyone at home has probably read the books, but for someone who's coming to this movie has never read one of the books, can you kind of sum up what it's all about? Because there's quite a lot in it. It's quite complex.
This is Lily's question. She's
Right,
great at
we
that.
always-
She's great
yeah,
at
we
that.
What
always
everyone's going to answer.
Apparently,
Look
I
at
always
Lily
get
every
this.
time.
Okay,
Yeah.
direct to you, Lily.
All right, it's about a young girl, Clary Frey, who goes to a club one night with her best friend Simon. And she thinks of herself as a seemingly normal teenage girl from Brooklyn, but she finds out that night that she's not normal when she witnesses Jace killing somebody, which turns out to be a demon, and he is a shadow hunter, which is half angel, half human. I can see this, and no one else can, because I also am a shadow hunter.
Okay.
And my mom gets stolen by the ultimate bad shadow hunter,
that happens.
uses my mom as leverage to get me to him.
Yes.
And, you know, in our world is going on in tandem with
This is really
a
well. You do
fantasy,
this really well.
and just, you know, it's an epic urban fantasy.
I'm sold. Where do I sign?
There you go.
Fantasy.
Hilarity
Yeah.
and drama
There you go.
ensue.
It's every
Nice
type
pants,
of
by the way,
genre.
Laura.
Thanks. Nice pants too. We're kind of wearing the same ones. That's why we put you over there, so people
Absolutely.
wouldn't notice. But thank you for drawing attention to that.
Yeah,
I'm also,
After we tried so hard.
I'm wearing ladies' underwear as well, so it's very possible we're
questions
wearing
are
the
for
same
later.
ones.
Let's just talk about the casting for this, because I'm sure this is the movie that everyone wants to be in, because it's such a big thing. Like, this is the first of movie. There's going to be so much more. What was it like? Was there kind of a lot of casting involved? Were you guys kind of tried out with different people, or how long did it go on for? Who takes that question?
Well, Lily was cast. Lily was the first person cast.
Okay.
About 3 years ago
About
now.
3 years
Okay,
ago.
wow, so you've been involved for a while.
And then I was cast 2.5 years ago. And so
Then they got stuck for someone else, and they just...
Yeah. And then they went, who else do we need? Who else do we need?
What other characters are there?
What are we
There's
missing?
something
Yeah,
going
we
on
need
here.
some idiot dude to do some funny stuff. Well, I got cast probably... I mean, there was probably a couple of months before we started filming. There was a series of nagging tapings that I sent them going, hey, look at me, I'm the man for the job.
Did you want this? Is this something that you were like, I want to be in this
Totally,
movie?
yeah, I chased it like crazy,
Yeah.
and then I managed to nag my way into a screen test at Toronto, and I did some work in a room with these two guys
Okay.
and the director, Harold Zwart, and after that convinced them that I was the man, basically.
So if you nag enough, you can get anything you want.
In
to
life,
want.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. The
Yeah.
more you nag and you shall receive. It says that in the Bible.
Exactly, word for word. I think you're paraphrasing. I just want to talk just about certain scenes and some of the costumes. I want to talk about a certain pair of boots that you were wearing. Hot Mama, first
Hot
of
Mama
all.
boots.
Hot Mama.
They are very impractical.
They didn't look very comfortable.
No.
But I liked how you tried, like, taking them on, putting them on, running
Oh
off.
yeah, that was probably like the hardest part of that scene, was taking them off and putting them back on again. Yeah, I didn't rehearse in the outfits with the stunts.
Yeah.
So that just added to the authenticity of the awkwardness running around in them. No, it was, you know, it was great to show a transformation from like the boyfriend Jean Doc Martin wearing girl to this kind of badass shadow hunter that feels really out of her element, yet still can kind of carry it off with some sort of Clary confidence and awkwardness. But that's who Clary is. And yeah, it was fun. It was great to keep up with the guys in heels. I had a bit of an extra
And the fight scenes
obstacle.
are hard anyway, just
Yeah.
makes it more difficult.
I know.
Let's talk about the scenes. It's absolutely amazing to watch the fight scenes, and how much CGI is there, and going with the demons. How much are you kind of acting around air and nothing, and how much is actual really there with the set?
There's not very much. I mean, the most amount of CGI that we use is probably a particular scene where these guys are down in the basement and your character does something quite magical, and I think at that point you guys were sort of like busting around tennis balls on sticks. Is that
My
right?
character has the ability to freeze tennis balls midair. That's what Clary
Which is why
is
she'll
good at.
never be invited to Wimbledon.
Exactly.
I would say,
Exactly.
stop! Aidan Turner's teeth were all real. At all times in the movie.
There's a few Irish people in this.
There was Aidan
Yeah,
Turner.
yeah, and Jonathan Rhys-Myers. Yeah.
Jonathan
Yeah.
Rhys Bloody Myers,
Yeah.
indeed, yeah.
It was
yeah.
good. It was kind of
And
some
myself.
Irish banter on set. I'm just
there
getting
was.
into Irishness. I'm sorry. I
There was
always
great
do this.
crack.
There was,
Very
the crack
yeah.
was
Very good,
mighty.
you
The
picked
crack,
it.
The crack
and
was
now
mighty.
Lily is an honorary Irish person.
Is she? The
She's
crack
just spent
was
the
mighty.
last 2.5 months in
You have
Dublin
been. You've been
doing a
making
movie.
a movie. I can talk about that now, but I'll go back to that again. But you're well used to it.
No, it was fun. Look,
Yeah.
I you know, the humor and the kind of lifestyle in Dublin. I mean, Robbie is very much representative of what I. No, it's great. It's great. I didn't.
The
rea-
stereotypical
Yeah,
Irish man is
he
what
wanders
you're
around with a shillelagh.
No,
Irish
he's
Jackson is
his
here.
no, his
Clover.
sense of of humor and everything.
When I go out foreign, I become way more Irish than when I'm at
We all
home.
do, yeah.
It's so true.
I want to talk about with this movie because there was some. It's quite dark. Some of it like a bit scary. I did kind of look away at certain points, but there's some funny lines in there as well. I know there's a line about you make about blonde hair, and then just like, if you just wanted me to take the clothes off, you should have asked. There was one woman in particular when I watched the screening who just pissed herself laughing.
Oh gosh!
So,
Should I send her? I'll send her a new pair of underpants
It was a bit
or something.
messy, to be
Actual
honest.
P came out.
But it is a little bit of wee came out, just a little bit.
borrow your underwear.
Satisfied customer.
But that's the thing that's great about this movie, because it's quite dark, but the humor is there as well. What is it like on set? Because it's such a big movie. Is there a lot of laughing going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to. It's very intense to shoot. It was an incredibly, I suppose, draining movie for all of us. So it was a 56-day shoot. You shot 54 days. I shot 52, and like Robbie was in pretty much every day as well. And like, so you get a bunch of 20-year-old, guys and girls on set. It sort of turns into kindergarten, and I felt a bit sorry for Harold's Walk sometimes because, or actually no, Harold was sort of part of it as well. To be fair, I felt more sorry for
The
our
ADs,
first.
they were like
exactly.
wrangling kids to go in from recess. We were
Yeah.
all just like, 1 more minute. But
We would experience spikes of energy and then lows of energy
Okay.
because
We just like fed sugar throughout the day.
Yeah,
Here's
and
some
caffeine.
sweets.
So you go.
Nice
Hey, look over
combination.
here! And you go, oh.
Yeah.
You go back to work. Back to work. Yeah.
Then I
yeah.
suppose with so many people involved and the fight scenes, you have to get things right first time, or we could have injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem?
Yeah, well, there was a lot of energy drinks consumed on set. A lot
Okay.
of energy drinks consumed by a
Okay,
particular company,
brand,
a
really,
particular
that we won't
brand.
mention right
we
here,
shan't
unless someone wants
mention
some
them.
more free ones, and we could just mention it.
Monster, thank you, thank you,
very much.
Monster.
Blue cow. Blue cow.
Nice. Lily, you had a very nice job of just being stuck in this love triangle with two gorgeous guys fighting over you. How did you cope with that?
It was really tough.
Was it really tough?
Yeah. No, it was great. Look, they're they're so different, but at the same time very similar in the sense it was very much an ensemble piece and very much like everyone was in it together, and they're both hilarious guys, both very good looking.
Oh, see that, Sheehan?
Compliment.
You
We're
know.
set, mate.
You are set. There's something for everyone.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, it was great though. I mean, there's something different from each relationship that Clary gets, and as Lily as well, and it.
Right?
I'm saying there's something like you guys are just very different, and it's lovely to be surrounded by people that
Are
get
different.
different things out of you as an actor,
Yeah.
but also as a person.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Nice, good save.
Good save, good save.
I wasn't going anywhere. I'm on this couch sitting here.
There's some lovely romance between you guys, particularly, and then you're not getting it back, which is quite sad. at
Following
times.
around like
a lost
wet
puppy.
Friend
Yeah.
zone,
Yeah.
as someone referred to it
Friend
earlier.
zone.
Friend zoned.
They did it
I
as
like a bit of friend
It's a
zoning.
verb, yeah.
Friend-zoned, yeah.
You got friend zoned. It's like-
But there is one scene when you guys, I'm just like, for God's sake, would you just kiss? Which you do, thank God. But like scenes like that, how are they? How do you find doing them? Because you guys are used to.
Yeah, I
Some
just
lovely
realised
scenes.
there's a bit of spittle on my microphone there. It's not from you, it's from me.
Or someone else the last interview,
Yeah,
whoever that was.
delicious.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Caleb from the Kings of Leon.
I'll take that one.
having that. I mean, that scene, particularly that greenhouse scene for my character, for Jace, is like, it's a huge moment. It's the moment where he lets his guard down, where he sort of, he's like opening up. He's like, and this is why I'm like this,
And that's why Clary falls for him.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, that's how,
Who
that's how
could
I do it.
resist
For
that
those who
talk?
haven't seen the movie or want to see the
That
movie,
is
see
your
me do
character.
this, in a thing.
I really wish you did it like that. That would have been awesome.
So it was a nerve-wracking scene for me to shoot because I've made him very, he's a bit of a d-bag. He's a massive douchebag actually, and then that's why he's a douchebag. So I had like 1,001 things going on in my head at that time, and it was a beautiful set as well, wasn't it? But it was
Yeah,
like a
but there's-
full-on night shoot.
It was a full-on night shoot, and there were, 40 or 50 crew members just staring. And then it's like, can you move to the left? The lighting, the rain, and we're like, okay,
away the
well, it
romance.
takes, it really, but then it still was very magical because the nature of the scene, and I was a fan of the book, so you kind of wait for that moment. And also the setting was in this amazing greenhouse conservatory in the middle of Toronto. It was like beautiful.
And also, it's not like it's not a sex scene. I've done sex scenes on beaches, which I've just literally just
Sandy.
sandy and bizarre. Like it's very, very odd to do those kind of things. So this was quite relaxed comparatively to what I've had to do in the past.
Yeah.
Sex scenes are far from sexy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Says you got a boom operator stood over you like this.
Yeah.
That doesn't turn you on, though. Please don't drop it on me. With a movie like this, and we've seen with stuff like Twilight, and when you've got so many fans, it doesn't become just a movie, it's a whole thing. And then, of course, the speculation in the press. How do you find all that? Because there's been a lot of speculation in the press, who's going out with who.
I find it hilarious, really.
I know.
It's look, we have to sit here and we have to laugh it off. I think it's amusing that people are
I'm
interested
talking about
in
you got two guys together, by the way.
It's
not
me,
like
actually,
together.
that's what we're talking about.
I've been gunning for me and Kevin Zegers' relationship
Me
to
and
come
Aidan
out.
Turner.
They even
are-
tweet,
a
they
love
tweet
that's
pictures of
blossoming.
them feeding each other on
What
tour.
is it going to take, world, for you to realise
They're
that me and
giving it
Zegers
to
are in a
them. I
full-blown
know.
bromance right
It's
now?
very true. It is laugh. I mean, to me, it also is very laughable because it's like I'm not very active on social media and all that kind of stuff. So to me, the idea that they're as interested as they seem to be in certain aspects of your life, when I just find it quite funny because it's just me either going to get something to eat or me doing something, and it's like I guess certain people just want to talk. And it's just, I don't know, I find it quite...
Idle
I
gossip.
think
I find it
they
fascinating.
kind of like
Cumberbatch.
they create a soap opera
Yeah.
around the whole thing. You
Yeah.
know, they could create a continuing drama. I think it's the same reason why people buy like glossy gossip magazines, because they like to create this soap opera.
Yeah.
So any kind of speculation into people having a relationship only fuels this
Makes
fire.
it
I think.
juicier.
And I
Yeah.
think it's important as well. Like, I think it's important that also we go out there and we make it very clear to people that we're not role models. Like, we're just as flawed as everybody else is. Like, the last thing I'd want is for somebody to put me on a pillar of morality because, I'm just as screwed up as everybody else. And that's it's like, I think that's what people need to know. You know,
Is
at
that
the
we
end
are
of the
all
day.
screwed
Is
up.
that we're all messed up in our
Jamie
own
is
way.
just the representative saying that we are all screwed
Jamie's a
up.
complete fetishist. It's mainly leather that he likes.
There you go.
I
Hence
thought
the
that.
costumes.
Double leather, nice.
Hence the costumes.
In the movie, there's this like kind of portal, like a pool, where you can put your hand through, and then it can come out anywhere else, so you can go to any point you want to. I'm going to go through each of you guys and say if you could have one of those and go anywhere, time, space, whatever, where you would go. Quite deep here, Jamie.
Oh God, the
Crumbs. Go on, Sheehan, you go first.
Oh God.
Put it back at you.
It would have to be something like.
I thought something profound was going to come out there.
Something was on the tip of my brain. I mean, I'd hate to say something as typical or stereotypical as like Woodstock, but something, something
cool.
like an event,
Yeah.
a cultural event in human history, like, let's say Woodstock
I'll take
for the
Woodstock
sake of
for the sake of
laziness.
it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Actually, that's kind of cool because there are so many different things that come to mind. But along the lines of that, Live Aid. When my mom and my dad, I've heard so many stories about them taking the Concorde to do both. And I've only heard stories, and I saw footage, I saw like a documentary. It would be kind of really cool to just be in that with them.
Wouldn't it be weird if you just came as an adult? They'd be like, what?
Yeah, what is going on? Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool because
Yeah.
I'd be there with both my parents and to kind of witness history in that sense. That's kind of cool.
Cool.
Valentine's Day when I was 13 years old and I filled this girl's locker with rose petals that I'd sprayed with a certain type of perfume
I know
at the time
exactly what you're probably talking about.
was very, very popular, and then she turned me down on Valentine's Day.
How did you get into the locker? Did you break into the locker?
Oh, this is awkward.
This is kind of bordering on like, really
you-
sweet / weird.
Yeah,
crowbar
it was
open
a
the
bit.
locker.
It was a bit creepy. I put loads of pictures of myself in there. I had a shrine. It was really nice. And then she turned me down, and then I killed her.
Stuffed her in the locker.
And stuff there, and she is still
And now,
there.
Then again,
now
with-
she lives in my apartment.
With the whole portal thing, you could go to like Dallas in '63 and be on the main street and shout "duck"
Yeah.
just at the key moment. You could change history.
Change history.
Really?
Or
We
just
haven't
go to
thought about
Woodstock and
this
have
enough.
loads of fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Let's just talk finally just about the Shadowhunters, because there's something very cool about Shadowhunters. They kind of remind me a little bit of rock musicians. If you could maybe for the next movie get some musicians into the movie to play Shadowhunters, who do you think would be good?
We already did part of this, didn't we? Said Justin Bieber.
You said Justin Bieber. I don't want to be. I don't want to be penned in with your Bieber.
Okay, then no. I mean, that wouldn't be my
Do you know what?
choice.
Slash. If Slash could
Oh, yeah.
do a Shadowhunter move with his top hat, right?
Okay.
That'd be cool.
The only thing is though, he
That
probably
gets in the way.
couldn't see much because of the giant head of hair and sunglasses
Shadowhunter
in front of
meets
his eyes.
Oddjob.
No, I think Ozzy Osbourne
the
would
Oddjob
Yes,
of the Shadowhunters.
Ozzy.
Ozzy would be. He's the Prince of Darkness. I think it only makes
Done.
sense.
That's great.
Next movie, can't wait.
Yeah,
Ozzy.
I like
James
that.
Hetfield. I actually used James Hetfield's aggression, like as I had a picture of him in my trailer.
Did you?
Yeah. I had
You
a
do
picture
that
of
if
him
you have
up.
someone that you kind of get into a character, you just
Yeah, I
stick the
had
pictures
James
up.
Hetfield. I had my friend Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon on there. I had who else did I have?
You had Ryan Gosling at one
I
point.
had Ryan Gosling.
I
up
got
there.
Ryan
Johnny
Gosling
Depp,
for
you
other
know.
reasons. I had Johnny Depp as well.
Kurt
Joaquin- no.
Cobain, River Phoenix.
River Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah, I had lots of people up there.
He actually had SpongeBob as well on there somewhere, but that was just for like the days.
I did have
Days to make you
SpongeBob.
smile.
He had him on his underwear.
Meant to
at
be
all times.
tears.
Guys, thanks very much. Before we go, I just want to ask, because you do a bit of singing on MTV
I
now.
do.
More than a bit of singing. Is that something that you want to kind of go down the route of a bit
That
more?
is, yeah, absolutely. I'm sort of trying to find the correct avenue to sort of get that out there. But it's something that I'm very much sort of very prevalent in my life at the
We'll
moment.
come in and do an MTV session maybe
Would
sometime,
love to.
Maybe. And of course you come from such a musical background. Is that something you want to get into?
Yeah, I'd like to do like a musical movie. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
I kind of started in a movie that I did. I sang a song, and it would be really fun, I think.
I believe.
And I can tap dance pretty
Can
well.
you tap dance? You can Irish dance as well.
Yes,
obviously.
MTV. I can tap dance.
Maybe if we could get
the headline.
the headline. But maybe
No, I
together we
can't.
have some sort of power band.
I
You
can't.
dancing away. You're like Bez from Happy Monday.
Oh my god, yes.
Clicking away in the background. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Great, well,
I'll
guys,
just
can't wait for that.
all Indian dance with him.
Okay, and then you just sing and play.
you
I'll just sing and play.
on
Yeah,
your
but it's
guitar.
really like
Can't
sad
wait.
songs.
But I don't work with others. I
okay.
tap dance alone.
Diva.
So
All
a
right,
team
well,
player.
that's fine. We can just, teleport you in via a screen on Skype, and you can just be somewhere else.
Yeah, it could
glad
just be
we've
in a
organised
quiet
all
room
this.
somewhere.
Like the fact that the interview's still going on. We've
still going.
decided this isn't over yet.
Okay,
Trying to
sorry.
make it
I
creative.
can see everyone going, wrap it up. Guys, thank you so much. And come back in when the band are all together. It's going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
Wait, ready for the first
Amazing.
record?
The
Yes.
Mortal
Smell the
Motley
glove.
Crew.
More little Motley Crew. Done.